Good morning, Mr. Sunshine. How are you? It's a beautiful Saturday. Ooh, nice and smooth there. Good morning, good day, greetings. Welcome to Saturday, August the 22nd, 2026. Out here in Clark Mills, New York, taking a spin around the Cambridge Manor Apartments. This at one time was part of the Clinton School District. I don't know the exact history or the dates. I did attempt to look it up on the Google, but kept showing me information about a school in New Jersey, also in the town of Clark Mills. Anyway, at one time, this was a part of the school district, and it has now been turned into apartments. I went here from, well, at the time it housed kindergarten through second grade. I went here for first and second grade. And I have some fond memories of it. Vague, but fond. Of course, it's changed over the years, because it's apartments now. And back in 1980, the school made a huge shift. They took the, this I do remember because I was in 5th grade when this happened. They took the classes from over here, the kindergarten through the 2nd grade, and brought them over to the main campus over on Shenango Ave. So that there's the old Clark Mills School. Now let's take a quick spin out back. See what they got going on out here. Just riding with me and my shadow. Squirrel! And a bird. Yeah, there's the back of the school. That 2nd floor deal, that was where the gymnasium was. Haven't been here in years. No trespassing. Please keep door closed. Alright, I was gonna look in the windows there, but nah, you can see the hallways. Wow, that winded me a little bit. Okay, what did one sheep herder say to the other sheep herder? It's time to get the flock out of here. Never gets old. There's the sign. Cambridge Manor. I hear they're pretty nice apartments on the inside. Never been in there though. Oh, and I got wet mowed grass clippings all over the bottom of my bike. That's okay, they'll clean off eventually. Okay, back on with the rest of the journey. Back to the rest of the video. I do have a purpose for this one, and I'll get to that in a moment. Face full of spider web. Nice. That was awesome. All right, back in the village of Clinton. Art and Music Festival, August the 29th. Which is good for the area. But there are also some politics that come with that. But I'm not going to get into that right now. I'm going to take a break. Just rode back to the village from Clark Mills. Got to rest up. Got some grass from the apartment over there on the bike. I got to clean this thing up. I put air in the tires this morning. They were down to 25 pounds. Morning. Yeah, so the tires were down around 25 pounds. So put 50 pounds in them. They're good to go. Hanging out here by the fountain, making it happen. There's a Hood ice cream truck. There's Mr. Sunshine through the trees. And there's more to life than work. And unfortunately, that's all it's going to be for me for a while. It is what it is. Someday I'll get to enjoy things, I guess. But anyway, I'm going to take a breather and then I'll get back to the ride here. All right, back to the cruise. So, the Intimidator was here once again. Ooh. Boy, increasing the air pressure in those tires is taking a pounding today. A little rough riding here. So anyway, the Intimidator was back in town Thursday. Did another tour of the village here. And the funny thing is that I was home when he was rolling through the village. Could have messaged me, we could have met up, and then I could have given him the official tour that led to me doing this video here. It's all good. I gotta go check something out and then I will continue on with the video here. I was told that there was something left behind that I need to see. So I'm gonna go check that out. Well, not much has changed here. Wow. Well, the kitties are still there. All right, there's the boat. Jim said something about a boat. I'm guessing this is it. Oh! Could this be it? There's a stick over there. Oh, it's not just a stick. There's a tree. Looks like Jim planted a tree. Am I correct on this, Jim? Ah, the creek's all dried up. Oh! No. Party. That's got to be it. Party hat. And awesome. That is cool. Oh my God, that's awesome. I'm tempted to take the hat in the hand because somebody's gonna see that and walk off with it, but that's Jim's gift to the property, I guess. Even though that would be cool to take on the road with me. Maybe I'll come back for that later. I don't know, we'll see. Let's see how long that sticks around, right? Last year it was a stick in a cone that made it, I think it was a year, over a year. I don't know, it was there for a while. Well, can I go through here? Oh, yes, I can. Nice. I gotta tighten them. I gotta find my 6mm Allen wrench. Okay, back to the purpose for this video here. So they have added a fence here. That wasn't there when I went here. This is the St. Mary's School, as a Catholic school, private school. This looks like a playground here. And they've added the fence, the gate here. And that's for grades kindergarten through 7th. Private school. Kids from other school districts go here, but it's primarily kids from Clinton. And I went there for kindergarten. And I've told that story before, but for those of you who may have not heard it, I went to St. Mary's for kindergarten. And when it came time to renew for the next year, you know, pay tuition and all that, and my mom had the letter. I wish I had it so I could frame it. They, gotta catch my breath here. They basically sent a letter to my parents stating that going to a public school would better suit their child. In other words, we don't want your kid here. I have vague memories about it. I don't remember my teacher's name. I think it was like Mary Alice or something like that. She was a sister with the church. Yeah, this is the other side of the school, St. Mary's. Can't ride around the building, they've got it so you can't, but yeah, that's why I went to kindergarten. Ooh, those colors are very bright. Oh, that's paint, it's not chalk. Maybe that's why it looks so bright. Oh, I like that with the ducks. Those are duck, duck, goose. Nice. That over there, that's St. Mary's Church. Rolling here up onto Marvin Street. I might have to sidewalk this, I'm not sure. Oh, of course they're doing construction. They're doing construction everywhere around here. Maybe that's for up in the village. All right, rolling down Marvin Street here. That breeze feels awesome. This here is the Marvin Street Apartments. And I'm gonna get over here so I can get a better shot. Of course the sun's gonna be in. I'll go down this end. I'm having a disorganized Fuster Cluck moment here, don't mind me. Go back up over here. I'll just leave this in here, no editing. These are now apartments. This originally was the school for Clinton School, the Marvin Street School. My dad went here in elementary school before they moved all the kids over to the main campus. I don't have the history or the dates of when this was in full operation, but it's apartments now. My friend Anthony rented an apartment in there, and they're pretty nice, really nice apartments. Yeah, it's the Marvin Street School, and once upon a time that was the school for Clinton, New York. Yeah, my life is one big blooper reel, I think. I've come to that conclusion. Oh, what's the sign say? Oh, sign up there between those windows says Union School and Academy. Yep, that's the old Marvin Street School. That's pretty cool. I'm not going to ride out back there though. All right. Now back to an area that you've never seen before. So I got some questions to answer for my buddy Jim. Okay, it looks like the construction crews are working this morning, so I don't know how close I'm going to be able to get. I might have to do this later. I don't know. Let's go check it out, y'all. I mean, I guess they would be working because school's going to open here in a couple weeks. School opens up here usually the Wednesday after Labor Day. Sometimes Tuesday, sometimes Thursday. But it used to be the Wednesday after Labor Day. Yeah, I don't know how close I'm going to be able to get. Okay, here it is, the brick garden. Alumni of the school can buy a brick. I forgot how much they are. Well, of course they've mowed and there's grass clippings all over it. But basically you can buy a brick. They put your name on the brick. It's a part of the alumni brick garden. And it is dedicated in memoriam to Edward Potter Felt, class of 77, a hero of United Flight 93 and an American patriot. Stone from Flight 93 crash site, Shanksville, Pennsylvania. So, but the brick garden is dedicated in memory of Mr. Felt. Someone needs to come through and sweep it off. I don't have a broom, otherwise I would do it. All right, so this over here, this is the elementary school. When I went here, it was 3rd grade through 6th grade, and then in 1980 they moved the 6th grade over to the junior high school, and that's when they moved the classes from Clark Mills over to this campus here. There's gonna be a lot of when I went here moments in here, but when I went here, this little archway wasn't there. And then usually the week before school started, you'd come down, they would post, this is how you found out who your teacher was. They put all the classes on here, what students had who for teachers here on the windows. It was actually quite the big deal. That's where the flagpole goes. All right. So this here, elementary school, when I went here back in the day, the original building stopped right up here where the roof meets. From here, from this line right here down, was added in the late 80s. I think it opened in 1990, but it was a couple years to build it all. But this was an addition to the building. So when I went here, this was the end of the building. This was all playground and like a courtyard. It was concrete to a point and then grass, and then we had our playground stuff. But yeah, this was all added on and opened back in 90. Then we didn't have all this fun stuff when I went here. We just had swings and a slide and a merry-go-round that did like 120 miles an hour, that if you stayed on too long and were after lunch, you'd probably throw up. All right, so this is all under construction. I don't know if I'm supposed to be up in here or not, but yeah, this is all part of the addition here. Again, the school originally ended here. And then this over here, it also ended here. This part here is a new gymnasium. So that was also a part of the addition. So this also was all playground. That's a gymnasium in there. They added on. They needed to. Then obviously all the sports fields out there. Oh, that's a nice playground. And then also this is where the school ended originally. This is part of the addition from here back. So yeah, that's the elementary school. Which is now kindergarten through 5th grade. The 6th grade moved over to the junior high, 1980. The junior high later was renamed the middle school because that's what everybody did. And I think Kevin and Amy from the Camping Companions, I think Kevin needs to come check this out. I think he'd have a good time here. Look at that. Oh yeah, that's nice and wobbly. Got the swings, got the slides. It's all wet. Oh, it's all wet. I probably should have checked that before I went down, that that's soaking wet. So now I got a wet butt. I'm not gonna do it again because it's soaking wet, but maybe down the road when it's dry. Ooh, swings. These are probably soaking wet too, but hey, already got a wet ass, right? Here we go. This is for you, Kevin. It's actually kind of nice. All right. Okay, back to the cruise. Definitely not sitting in that. Whew. Yes, we didn't have a playground like this back in the day. Wonder if that's dry. That's pretty cool. Okay, so that was the elementary school. And the creek is dry. More wet grass. Right now between the sports fields. I don't know what is what. They got the goalpost over there. They got the goalpost over there. It's like we have 2 football fields now and 2 tracks, and we're parking the buses over by where the pool used to be. It's chaos. Pure chaos. It's like cats and dogs sleeping together, the whole 9 yards. Oh, that's cool. Keep growing. Have fun at the Clinton Cider Mill. They make really good cider. So it's 5:25 in the evening out here on the 1983 Schwinn Predator. I was out earlier on the 2024 Schwinn Predator. I've got the first part of this video done, edited. I just got to wrap it up. I was unable to finish it earlier because of they're working on the roof. And when I was riding around the back there, I was told that I couldn't go much further because they're working on the roof, and for safety reasons, safety precautions, yada, 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 yada. I was told I had to leave the area. So Jim was in this area Thursday, was asking about this here. This is the back of the performance art complex that they built in the early 2000s. Sign there says 1932. I believe that was from the original building, and then 2003, which is when they built this. This replaced the original auditorium, which was about 1/3 of the size of this thing. This thing is gigantic. I don't know how many people it sits, but it sits a lot. It's huge. It's really nice on the inside. Been in there a few times. But yeah, that's a theater. That there is the bell tower. I don't think the bell is in there anymore. I think it's just used for storage. If the bell's in there, they don't use it anymore and haven't used it in years. There is a dumbwaiter that goes up the tower though, from the top down to the basement. I was a substitute custodian in here, and we used to use that sometimes to take garbage down to the incinerator downstairs. Yeah, that's the bell tower, and ooh, there's Mr. Sunshine. Might be blocking the shop. Oh. But yeah, I just figured I'd continue this, wrap up this video, try to answer questions that Jim had about the building, about the school. When I went here, this was called the junior high. At some point it was renamed the middle school. This here was a big courtyard when I went here. Straight ahead, that is known as the Bridge Building. That was built in part of the expansion back in late 80s. That also opened in 1990. All right, we got venomous duck breaks going. The original building of the junior high ended here. And when I went here, all this stuff right there wasn't there. That's all part of the bridge building. This is all a big paved courtyard. The bike racks used to be up against the wall over there. And when the bridge building wasn't here, the cafeteria is in the high school. So when it was lunchtime, we would have to go over to the high school for lunch. So if it was raining or snowing, you got wet or froze going over to get your lunch. But the junior high was 6th grade through 9th grade. And then in 1986, well, after the year of 86, they moved the 9th grade over to the high school. And yeah, then this is the bridge building here. The administrative offices are in there, and in the back is the media center, which took over for the library of the junior high and the high school. So this all in here, that's all part of the high school. Yeah, but once upon a time, this was all paved, and this was all open. This wasn't here. But they did all that to make room for an increasing student population. So that was the junior high. I just rode around. Gonna ride around the high school now. So this is the senior high, or the high school. They redid the gym in here a few years ago. They did a couple of small additions here. The original part of the building was right there, ended. This is all new. About, what, 10, 15 years ago, I think it was. And they've got like a workout room and weights and all that stuff in there. Back in the day, it was all on the stage in the cafeteria. Back up in here, this goes up to where the offices were. And all of this is part of the new addition because the building ended where the offices were. Right there. And then those are classrooms. Obviously. Bike needs some grease. Bike needs to be, I think, tuned up a little bit. So yeah, this is where I ended the video earlier. I was going to ride down here, and then I got stopped down around the corner. But yeah, this is all an expansion here. This is where the original building ended, right here. And then this is the back side of the bridge building. Yeah, this is all bridge building, where the library and the media center is, which is huge. A lot bigger than what we had. So this is all new, opened in 1990. And then this is the other side of the performance center down here. That opened in early 2000s. But yeah, I was trying to ride through here earlier and was told nope. Which, for safety reasons, I get it, I understand. I was just trying to get this video done this morning, and it would have been out by now, but things happen. Gotta do what you gotta do. But hopefully, Jim, that answers some of your questions about the school. See, now I'm back out here on the other side of the performance center. So I think that's gonna do it for this video. Thank y'all for riding along. I'm gonna put a link down to Jim's channel and the video that he did of his tour that he did this past Thursday. Go check him out, throw him a sub, tell him Grebig sent you. And one of these days, Jim, we're gonna get out, we're gonna do a cruise, and we gotta make that happen soon because nothing's guaranteed. And time goes by way too fast, you know? So until next time, hasta le pasta and adios.
My name's Greg and someday I'll be dead. Name's Greg and someday I'll be dead.
That's a beautiful bike right there. 1983 Schwinn Predator. Team Alloy. All original except the wheels, the pedals, and the grips.
Name's Greg, my name's Greg, but you can call me Grebig.